Hey guys, it is Mo. It is January 14th, 2025. I'm not doing live coverage of the fires, but I figured I would give you some updates. Unfortunately, it does look like there have been some new fires that have started with the increased Santa Ana winds that are coming in, again, blowing embers all across dry land with, not so much water. This is unfortunately a recipe for disaster that continues. LA fires, live updates. Firefighters drop bright pink fire retardant on blazes in a race to, fight against the renewed Santa Ana winds. This is a big fight. I hope that they have all the support and more support that's coming in from out of state or different areas. Firefighters are dropping pink fire retardant from above the ongoing Los Angeles wildfires in an effort to tame the flames before the Santa Ana winds pick up once again in Southern California. Again, if it's predictable, if it's known, it can be at least preventable or mitigated. Gusts are expected to pick up again Tuesday, just as firefighters were beginning to get a handle on the Eaton and Palisade fires. The gust may reach up to 75 miles per hour, which could also spark new blazes in the region, which have already displaced over 200,000 people and left at least 24 dead. So here are the latest updates. 12 minutes ago, about 88,000 LA residents are still under evacuation orders per the sheriff. There are about 88,000 Los Angeles County residents currently under evacuation orders, Los Angeles County Sheriff Robert Luna said Tuesday. An additional 8,000 or 84,800 are under evacuation warnings. So you have up to 160,000 people that are either displaced or possibly going to be displaced. While the evacuation order is mandatory and the warning is not, Luna advised residents to play it safe and leave if they can before. Quote, "We actually recommend you go," he said. "Don't wait until the order is given." 33 minutes ago, three people were arrested for lighting fires since Sunday, the LAPD chief says. Three people have been arrested for separate arson incidents in Los Angeles area since Sunday, Los Angeles Police Chief Jim McDonald said Tuesday. North Hollywood cops discovered a possible arson suspect using a barbecue lighter to start fires on Sunday and arrested the suspect for an outstanding felony warrant, McDonald said during a news conference. Two other people whom McDonald did not identify were arrested Monday for starting fires in the area. One getting caught on surveillance footage from a local business starting a fire, McDonald said. All three were arrested and booked in jail. Los Angeles County Sheriff's Office has arrested 39 people in total since the fires began, 33 in the area of the Eaton fire and 6 in the area of the Palisades fire. The arrests in the Eaton area included 9 for curfew violations, 2 for flying unauthorized drones, and 11 for burglaries. The arrests made in the Palisade neighborhood include 3 for curfew violations and 3 for burglary. And there is a new entry. There has been an air quality alert issued for harmful levels of windblown dust and ash. Um, this is a bit commonsensical, if you ask, but obviously we want to get the word out. If you are in the area affected by these fires, the air quality is not great. Air quality alert issued due to harmful levels of windblown dust and ash. The National Weather Service in Los Angeles has issued an air quality alert over harmful levels of, particulate matter from the fires. The alert was issued Monday night and is set to last through 7 p.m. Wednesday, covering all major cities, including Burbank, Glendale, Universal City, Santa Monica, Torrance, Long Beach, Inglewood, Downey, Norwalk, Beverly Hills, and West Hollywood. The alert also covers Pasadena, San Gabriel, Paloma, and other coastal areas like Malibu. People in the affected area are being advised to avoid outdoor activity, keep doors and windows shut, and run the air conditioner and air purifiers if you have them. And 53 minutes ago, an auto fire in Ventura forces evacuations as particularly dangerous that breaks out in another part of Southern California. So, unfortunately, Ventura County is now involved. A new wildfire broke out in Ventura County late Monday as thousands of firefighters in New York continue their work to extinguish other deadly blazes that have scorched thousands of acres in Los Angeles area since last week. Fire officials said that auto fire ignited near a river in Ventura late Monday and quickly began to spread before crews could stop the flames from advancing. The auto fire was reported at about 56 acres with zero containment. CAL FIRE said that some evacuations were ordered and crews from surrounding communities were able to join the fight against the flames to extinguish hotspots and increase containment lines. And one last update, this was from 56 minutes ago. A fire ravaged LA braces for extreme risk of blazes spreading and new ones sparking as catastrophic winds worsen. So we are getting a return of those strong Santa Ana winds that do carry embers and, burning things to places where they could again, start another fire. So this is really, really, not great situations for any of them. Fire ravaged Fire ravaged Southern California faces extreme risk Tuesday with the return of powerful Santa Ana winds, which may reach up to 75 miles per hour, forecasters warned. Gusts are expected to pick up again just as firefighters made headways to contain portions of the Eaton and Palisades fire, threatening to strengthen those current blazes or start new ones. Extreme fire risk continues in Southern California today, Fox Forecast Center meteorologist Chris Tate told the Post. While the winds aren't predicted to reach 100 miles per hour or hurricane force, like they were recorded last week, Tate said there's still a significant risk of new fires starting or current fires growing due to the dry conditions. Again, be safe, be careful if you are in these affected areas. If you would like to help people in these affected areas, do your research. Make sure you are giving to a charity that is good, reputable, and most of the, donations you give them will go to the charity and not to the CEO. That would be my only advice. I'm not a, financialologist. Well, there is some criticism that is starting to trickle through. And by trickle through, I mean coming through a fire hose with snark. How California bureaucrats halted Pacific Palisades fire safety project to save an endangered shrub. Well, gosh, that shrub is gone now, isn't it? I don't get it. I get being a good steward of the land. I get not being an a-hole and not throwing trash and being mindful, being, reusable. But this is a little much, you guys. I can't get this. I don't get this and I don't understand it. California bureaucrats halted wildfire protection project near the Pacific Palisades to protect an endangered shrub. It's just the latest clash between fire safety and conservation in California that is coming under scrutiny following the devastating outbreak of the Palisades fire, the most devastating blaze in Los Angeles history, which has consumed the very same area. In 2019, the LA Water Department and Power began replacing nearly 100-year-old power line poles cutting through the Topanga State Park when the project was halted within days by conservationists outraged that federally endangered Bronton's milk vetch plants had been trampled during the process. The goal of the project was to improve fire safety for Pacific Palisades area by replacing the wooden poles with steel and widening fire access lanes in the area, also installing wind and fire resistant power lines. Shouldn't they have always been wind and water resistant? I mean, call me crazy. Or fire resistant. I thought they should always be those things. I mean, call me crazy. But I assumed that they were always wind and fire resistant. I mean, I didn't think that was an upgrade you had to ask for. Like, I'd like my power lines to not catch fire, please. That'll be an extra $20. What is going on here? Now, this project was to help ensure the power reliability and safety while helping reduce wildfire threats, the LAPWD said at the time. The wooden poles were installed between 1933 and 1955 and were now long past their useful service life. But after an amateur botanist hiking through the park during the work saw the harm done to some of the park's Bronton's milkfinch, a flowering shrub with only a few thousand specimens remaining in the wild, and complained, the project was completely halted, Courthouse News Service reported. Instead of fire hardening the park, the city, which the state said had undertaken the work without proper permitting, ended up paying $2 million in fines and was ordered by the California Coastal Commission to reverse the whole project and replant the rare herb. That work saved about 200 Bronton milkfinch plants, almost all of which have now likely been torched in the wildfires that consumed Topanga Canyon, along with 24,000 acres, 37 square miles of some of LA's most sought after real estate. At least 8 people have died and 5,000 homes have been destroyed by the fire, which was still just 14% contained as of Monday. It's not clear whether the steel poles were ever installed. Good news for the milkfinch, however, is that they usually need a wildflower fire to sprout, meaning dormant seeds now have a massive new habitat for a new crop of the rare herb. So this is the plant that caused them to stop, fire safety. In a week of chaos that has claimed at least 24 lives, California and LA leadership have faced scrutiny over their approach to wildfire safety versus conservation, most notably from President-elect Donald Trump, who accused, Governor Gavin Newsom of prioritizing the well-being of a worthless fish over Californian safeties. Now, I'm not going to get into the political stuff of this. Let's get into the other stuff. Now, Trump did, in order to keep this kind of semi non-political, he did try to get a 2020 federal order to divert water runoff from Northern California to southern reserves. Now, that was blocked in the state of California. Newsom responded to the criticism from conservationists who argued that it would harm the endangered minnow-like fish and other native fish. Delta smelt, once an important part of the local California ecosystem, are now effectively extinct, meaning they still exist, but their numbers are so few that they no longer have any impact on their environment. In the years since, Newsom has blocked Trump's orders, and two politicians, they both have bickered back and forth like ridiculous siblings. But California water supplies have been scrutinized amid the fire, especially with some fire hydrants running dry as firefighters battled the flames, and the pressure for that water had often been too low to be effective. Most notably, the county-run Santa Ynez Reservoir, which is right at the heart of Pacific Palisades and can hold 117 million gallons of water, was empty when the fires broke out last week. It has been out of commission since February 2024. Newsom, however, told NBC News that state reservoirs in Southern California were all completely full when the fire started. Last week, the governor announced a probe into why the reservoir was empty. Exactly what sparked the fires remains under investigation, but they are believed to have begun not far from Topanga State Park on a trail in neighboring Temescal Gateway Park. Neither the LADWP nor the California Coastal Commission responded to requests for comment. So those are a couple of the updates, just a short thing. I know that the people that are battling this need our thoughts and our encouragement, and people have lost everything. So hopefully I've given you an update. Please be safe and thoughtful and mindful. If you're told to flee, goodness, I know it's easy for me to say in a studio, but please get to safety, save yourself, save your family, and things are not important. I will talk to you guys later. Have a lovely day. Please like and subscribe if you liked it. Thanks for giving me a chance if you're new here. Have a wonderful day. Bye, you guys.